and welcome, dear viewers and listeners. You are listening to UMD News for this hour. I am Shimelis Gebremichael. In the headlines, biggest aid convoy since ceasefire near Ethiopia's Tigray. The amount is still minimal as compared to the demand in the regional state. TDF command post announces a counteroffensive and victory against Eritrean forces. 1,167 Ethiopian refugees flee to Sudan. And now we'll move into the news in details. We invite you all to stay with the program. In the meantime, please do not forget to like and share our programs and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is UMD News with me, Shimelis Gebremichael. Biggest aid convoy since ceasefire nears Ethiopia's Tigray. The amount is still minimal as compared to the demand in the regional state. A United Nations official told the Associated Press the biggest convoy of aid since Ethiopia's government declared a unilateral humanitarian ceasefire in the country's long-encircled Tigray region 2 months ago has departed for Tigray. According to available information, the number is still too minimal comparing with the huge demand for the food aid in the regional state. A convoy of 215 trucks of food aid left the capital of the neighboring Afar region on Friday and is slated to arrive in Tigray capital over this past weekend. The UN World Food Programme estimates that 500 trucks a week are required to feed the 5.2 million people in Tigray who need food, medicine, and other humanitarian assistance but have been largely denied it for almost a year. Humanitarian workers say federal authorities have now eased restrictions previously imposed on aid to the region. Tigray has been largely cut off from the world since Tigray forces recaptured the regional capital Mekelle in June 2021, a situation the European Union's humanitarian chief linked to a siege. The United States has warned that 700,000 people in Tigray could face famine because of the restrictions on aid. A survey by Tigray's Regional Health Bureau recently found that at least 1,900 children under the age of 5 died from malnutrition between June last year and April the 1st this year. Tigray's banking services, road links, and telecommunication remain down. But for humanitarian aid, the only delivery issues that remain are operational ones, including the number of trucks available and how quickly partners can organize aid, the UN official said, on condition of anonymity because the person wasn't authorized to speak to the media. However, the official said 4 trucks carrying high-energy biscuits were recently turned back by customs officials who claimed biscuits could be used to feed Tigray forces. TDF command post announces a counteroffensive and victory against Eritrean forces. The Tigray Defense Force TDF command post announced a counteroffensive against the Eritrean forces attempt to attack different locations in Tigray. According to the statement the command post issued, an offensive was first launched by Eritrea's 57th and 21st Divisions on the 24th of May 2022. The statement indicated that the Eritrean force was first thwarted from invading Tigray and the units deployed by the Isaias regime were decimated after a successful counteroffensive by forces around Adawala, Tigray. Tigray region spokesperson Getachew Reda also stated in his Twitter handle that a brigade commander, 3 battalion commanders, and more than 300 soldiers were killed and wounded during the operation. The statement further indicated that many weapons and material was also captured as part of their desperate attempt to escalate the tension and drag the region into more action. They shelled Shiraro in the 28th and 29th of May, Getachew noted. The spokesperson commented that the regime will stop at nothing to drag the region into an interminable conflict and shortage in real or perceived efforts at peace, adding it behoves the international community to exert pressure in the region to reverse course while extending our unwillingness to let the regime prolong the sufferings of people of Tigray. Finally, 1,167 Ethiopian refugees flee to Sudan. The United Nations Refugee Agency UNHCR on Sunday disclosed 1,167 Ethiopian refugees have arrived in Sudan in recent days. The UNHCR, in its latest situation update report, said most of the new arrivals were from Ethiopia, with 1,130 crossing over to the Sudan's Blue Nile State from Ethiopia's Benishangul Gumuz region. The UNHCR report disclosed that the remaining 37 new Ethiopian refugees arrivals entered Sudan through border crossing in Sudan's Gebremichael state. Tensions have been high for years in Ethiopia's western Benishangul Gumuz region, with periodic outbreaks of ethnic strife, leaving scores dead and tens of thousands flee to other parts of Ethiopia as well as to neighboring Sudan. The violence is mainly over access to power and land resources. Benishangul Gumuz region, located along the Ethiopian-Sudan border, hosts Ethiopia's largest development project, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, a construction that cost close to $5 billion. Separately, tens of thousands of Ethiopians have also crossed to Sudan since the start of the military confrontations between the federal and regional forces in the Tigray region broke out in November 2020. Well, with that we come to the end of the news for today. This is UMD Media and I am Shimelis Gebremichael. Please don't forget to like and share our programs and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow our programs through our other platforms to become the first to know what is going on in Ethiopia, the Horn, Africa and the world in general. You can easily reach us via our email address newstips2020umd@gmail.com. Thank you for watching and have a good one.